Alright, I already feel like the Zero Out's been driven impatient. So, yeah, let's keep going. And, yeah, let's go ahead and talk about this lovely anime, Queen's Blade Rebellion. And, but before we get to Queen's Blade Rebellion, let's go over to the whiteboard and discuss what we know, since that's going to pretty much address some important things and some facts about the Queen's Blade Rebellion. So, let's go straight to what we know about Queen's Blade Rebellion. Okay, so this anime is based on the brand Queen's Blade, yes, same name, from Hobby Japan. It is a sequel to the previous anime. It's called Queen's Blade, of course. And however, the Queen's Blade brand actually involves combat books, and it escalated to figurines, body pillows, etc. It's been popular, and there's a shit ton of merchandise. And yes, this anime and the previous one are both inspired by the brand's popularity, so yeah. Now, the story of Queen's Blade doesn't normally get made as a big deal. I will get in detail later, because the story's not actually the series' purpose, as well as the brand purpose as well. I will get into full detail, but let's go to the story. Now, here's what the story, and yes, of course, it's simple. The queen becomes a monarch, and yes, one female warrior must get a squad, and yes, of course, take her out after a few cataclysmic events. So, bada bing, bada boom. I'm not going to spoil the previous title. I haven't seen the previous anime yet. Only Queen's Blade Rebellion. And, yes, I do get that, yes, in the previous anime before Queen's Blade Rebellion, let's get to Queen's Blade. Now, Queen's Blade was about a tournament of whoever takes everybody out, of course, becomes queen. Done. Simple. Now, the Queen's Blade and animes and Queen's Blade brands are actually not really about the story. They don't really center on the story, but however, they do center the characters and the backgrounds, and yeah, and yes, you gotta understand these characters, of course, but however, no major details about the story. You're just gonna get information about the characters, and they actually become more valuable information if you get a hold of the combat books. If you look at the Queen's Blade wiki, they'll get their background stories, and they become highly detailed. And yeah, you can find their background stories in the combat books. I mean, it's just written in Japanese only, so like I said, go to the Queen's Blade wiki and all that. But yeah, aside from that, story's not really much more of the main focus. Now, what Queen's Blade is really about is the blend of action and shameless fan service. And this is what really sold it. I mean, you take action, you take really attractive girls, you put them together, you get some kick-ass action scenes, and of course you get some fan servicey scenes as well. So that's the purpose of the Queen's Blade stuff. So it kind of blends action with with fan service. That's it. You just get. So yeah, think of like the old medieval sword battles versus, no, not versus, but with a blend of really attractive anime girls. And like I said, blend with action with shameless fan service. And that's what makes Queen's Blade work. Now I'm going to go ahead and talk about the my scoring for this anime series. Okay, so for the story, 3 out of 5, because the story is actually kind of like rushed, and it felt like it didn't really need to be 12 episodes this short. But at least we have Queen's Blade Grimoire that's going to make up for that, so. And also, there are some times where the anime tries to be serious, and it kind of really derives from Queen's Blade's main point. Yes, like I said, it does bring action and fan service, but there, but it has to be made. It has to be made sure that this is going to work out. I mean, the anime just needed to understand its brand and understand the purpose of Queen's Blade and the Queen's Blade franchise altogether. It's a blend of action with fan service. Done. Anyway, now let's get going to the design. 5 out of 5. The characters in Queen's Blade, yes, the female warriors are made much attractive, and that really fitted Queen's Blade's purpose. And, yeah, I'm very well impressed, and, yeah. Anyway, as for sound, I will give it a 4 out of 5, because the intro music, yes, I like it. It's pretty, has that classic rock metal stuff. It's pretty awesome, catchy. But for the outro, it didn't really seem to be really fitting for Queen's Blade Rebellion. The outro song, it just felt kind of boring, and yeah. So, yes, so yeah, Queen's Blade Rebellion does a great job. Haven't seen the previous... Well, I actually have seen a little bit of the previous anime, Queen's Blade. And, yeah, but I will get a hold of the previous Queen's Blade anime, and I'll, go ahead and talk about what I judge about it. But, yeah, anyway, let's keep going. Now, for the total score, the grand score, 12 out of 15, 80%, and B. The show's actually pretty great. It may have some flaws, but A, it's still worth watching if you are, if you're kind of desperate, or you just want to have something with some high adult themes. So like I said, this anime has nudity. This anime has nudity. You'll definitely get a lot of, you'll definitely see a lot of, body parts exposed, blah blah blah. Like I said, blend of action with fan service. With Queen's Blade Ramar coming out this year, we're gonna definitely pick off right where Queen's Blade Rebellion left off. So yeah, another Queen's Blade tournament. So that's gonna be the premise behind Ramar. And yeah, until then, we got Queen's Blade Rebellion and the original Queen's Blade anime, as well as the combat books to import, as well as the figurines you want to import. But hey, the brand's highly popular in Japan, which is basically how Queen's Blade got an anime series in the first place, so, yeah. Like I said, if you're really into some super R-rated stuff, Queen's Blade Rebellion is the anime for you. Anyway, that is all. See you in the next video.